All right. What do we have here? Vibrating the truck bed. It's a little bit more noisy, but we are. If you can see it. Well, we're just getting some water from our other water. Look at this contraption. So I filled up the one. I brought it in last night. Holy moly, going up that hill, I was so scared that it would just like, it's heavy, you know, like that's a lot of water. It doesn't, you know, look like it from back here, but holy moly. It's like, I don't know, 300 gallons, something like that. I mean, you just think of 1 gallon times it by 300. Yeah, that's my math. Yeah, my maths, I'm good at it. Anyway, so like I brought it in last night. It was like the last thing I did out in town, and then brought it in. I went to sleep. So this morning I've got the backed it in close. Moved this one over here, right next to the trailer, so I can camp with some water. Yeah, because before I was, you know, I started doing, you know, these things, the 7 gallon, whatever. Also, hot air makes it expand. You know, even though there's like just fumes in there, it just expands more. And they were all bloated, and also my gas can too, because there was almost nothing in it, but because of the heat, it just expands. So, you know, I need to remember to just open it a little, let it breathe. So yeah, so I got the thing, and well, I think this will last me way longer. You can see the color change. Yeah, let's see if I can get it in the shade here. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe from this side. Yeah, kind of. Well, anyway, you can see all the, there's like water splash everywhere, because this thing doesn't have an on-off switch. You just wire it up to the batteries. So maybe I should get a switch. So you plug it on and then it just starts going, and you don't have to prime it. That's kind of nice. I think it's called a jet pump. That's what it was referred to as. But anyway, so, but I can't hold both sides at once. So I can hold this and make sure, well, because, you know, the PEX stuff, it's kind of all like permanently rolled into a circle, because I guess how it ships or whatever. But she just cut off like, you know, 10 feet on both sides. And anyway, so I put it in here, but then of course it just flops out, you know, and then I go and hold that one, and then it flops out, and then this one flops out, and then I gotta run back to this. And meanwhile, this thing is all pumping water, and it's shooting everywhere, and I'm like, no, my precious water. So, you know, I didn't bring it all the way up here just to feed the trees. So now it's oh yeah, it's good. I don't know if this can capture it, but it's looking good. I put it in as far as it can go. I mean, I was looking for anything so I could hold it while I ran and got my, you know, my ties. And so I grabbed this off of the trailer here, and I was like, oh, maybe this will. It held it just barely, and it was still slipping through, and I was like, okay, that'll be enough. So I ran and got my little ties, and then I ran and put one up there too. Because, yeah, that's weird. I can hear the tone change on the pump. Let's climb up here. Let's see. And yeah, Nothing but nothing. Yep. So, yeah, and while it flips on the ground, you can see all the like dirt and junk all over the pipe and the entrance, because I want to keep it clean. You know, it's like I'm not drinking it, but I'm showering with it and I'm washing my hands with it and stuff. I don't want the, you know, the dirt with the cow poo. Hey, Pickles. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I don't want that in my clean water, my potable water. Yeah, that's weird. So the tone changes as it's working harder. It's a little quieter when it's not touching the, but the reverb, you can hear that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, maybe that'll pick it up, but yeah. So it looks exciting. Oh. Also, I don't know why I'm saving my kombucha bottles. Probably because I watched that crazy thing with the My Little Homestead channel. They had just a huge ton of these bottles, and they did kind of a cool little project with it, and they were coloring them and stuff, and made like and put them in cement on the wall and stuff. It's really cool. So I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna get all creative with them and stuff, but I don't know. It's a lot of glass, you know. So maybe I can build an you know, keep out the coyotes with my kombucha bottles. I don't know. Okay. Well, while this is going, and I'm excited, I'll stop there, I think, and yeah. Oh. So yeah, with that thing on the back, I couldn't pick up the supplies. I wanted to get some more supplies, and I didn't know how to get them on the back of my thing with the water thing, you know, because like filling it, you get water all over there also, because the thing is shooting water everywhere. So it's like a fire hose, really. I mean, so like yeah. So what I was thinking, okay, so I want this to be up off the ground, so that when I transfer it via hose to here to put it into my freshwater tank, you know, I'd rather have it gravity fed. I mean, I can use my little rocket pump, my little jet pump. Yeah, that was the reason why I bought it, is to transfer it from one place to another, and I was thinking that, but then I was thinking, well, you know, like I would like to have like more of a permanent thing for my generator, just not sitting out in the sun and stuff, and so because I've been unplugging it and moving it over onto the dark side of the camper. But anyway, so I was thinking maybe if I build like just a little contraption, build some kind of like a little, you know, stand that this could go up on, you know, higher off the ground, and keep my my generator underneath it. Also, that'll give me, you know, access to this thing, so I can either fill up, you know, a tank of some sort. Pickles, why Pickles? You're in the way, buddy. This is what he does. It's I'm facing this way, so he gets in that way. If I'm driving a truck that way, he gets in front of it. Because why? I don't know why. Yeah, so that's that way it'll be off the ground, and I can open it up and, you know, downsize it to like a smaller pipe to go, you know, into the camper, or I can just, you know, put it into stuff. The idea is that I want to store the water so that I can, you know, garden and stuff with it. So having it off the ground also, it'll give me a chance to kind of try it out, see what's going on, see if it works. Such a camera whore, Pickles. Yeah, so I'll maybe do that because as I was starting to do the stuff out here, you know, like I was starting to kind of try to smooth it out and everything, and I was thinking maybe I should fence it and put my rows and start little garden over there, you know, because because I'm here and ready, and then I can start trying it out and see what works. And you know, it'll be down here associated with the cabin, and then yeah, and then I can, you know, try some things with like shade cloth and other stuff. You can hear the beeping. I don't actually know why it's beeping, because nothing's empty. So usually it just beeps when it's empty. So I know that my fridge isn't working. Jeez, that little hog. Anyway, so yeah, so I was thinking about doing that, and then I'll have like just a couple of totes along there. Have my water catchment, filling those slowly, bit by bit, and then if I need to, I'll bring in more. But hopefully it'll you know, fill each time, or get at least, you know, partially fill by rain. Especially because we're coming up fast on monsoon season. I think it starts in June and goes till like October or September. Anyway, yeah, so I gotta get that stuff in place and get it ready. But yep. So until then, I'm just you know, starting to try this water thing contraption. I love it. And yeah, so once this is empty, oh, we're almost halfway. No, not really almost, but kind of almost, you know, it's getting there. Yeah, and then that will be empty, and I'll pull it off and just store it next to it, you know. And then once I go through all that water, that's a lot of showers. I know probably everybody's looking at that going, no, that's like one shower of hot water. No, I understand, but you know, that's, yeah, you can shower with a lot less. Believe me, I'm trying. So yeah, so then I'll just pull it off and sit there, and then I can drive and do my stuff. And then when I you know, I'm getting low, I can just load it back up on there, take it into town. This whole thing, it was almost full. It took $5. You know, $5 is that's not very much for a lot of water and you know, very important stuff. And yeah, so there it is. All right.